Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Scratchicus Academy. It is Wednesday, which means Eden, where we venture into the strange and wonderful city world, whatever this place is, and question absolutely everything. So I'm going to run through a few things before we get started. Our Discord, there'll be a link popping in chat. Join it. It's awesome. It's full of amazing people, and Scrat and I are so pleased to have this as part of our community. We go in there if you want to chat D&D, TTRPGs, anything, just hop in there. YouTube, we are up to date on YouTube. This should either be up tomorrow or the day after. So if you missed any before this and want to catch up, you can hop on YouTube, and they are currently on a playlist. Twitter, if you want to get in one of our viewer games, drop Scrat a DM on Twitter. We're currently fully booked until the new year, but we've got stuff going on at Christmas, and in the new year we are introducing this cipher system itself to our viewer games, because we're obsessed with I'm obsessed with Cipher System. We're now full-time, which is all thanks to you guys, and ways you can support us is via our Patreon, where you can donate for like a minimum of $1 a month. If that's not what you want, there is also some free articles on there, some of them which are written by a wonderful Renee, who is in game, that's what I meant. But go check those out. They're a really good read, and there's some on the Cipher System, which is super awesome. Merch, you can also get our wonderful logo on merch, which I like. In fact, I'm actually wearing it today because I live in it. But yeah, you can get it on Hood. It's in Redbubble, and apparently Redbubble will slap that logo on absolutely anything, and I mean anything. Our sponsors, we've got some awesome sponsors. One is Bird in the Storm, which is Tool School and Bird versus Plane. They create some really awesome content, and we're working on some projects with them that we should see in the upcoming seasons, which I'm really excited about. We also have another sponsor, which is Mage Hand Press, which is you'll see their dark matter content, which is D&D 5e in space, basically, tomorrow on our viewer game, which is Argo 37. If you want to tune in and see what's going on there, it's a really awesome system, and I'm loving it. Apart from that, retweets today. I don't use the word Magic Surge. I use a list of oddities from Numenera. So you can either gift or curse our wonderful players with something weird and wonderful from this world. So without further ado, we will jump in, and let's jump over straight to Hans or Artie. How are you?
I am remembering how mute works. I figured that out at the last minute, so luckily everything there's good. Yeah, I am excited and mostly paying attention to what's going on here today. I have no idea what happened last time, and I think that's as it should be. I am going to drop a link in chat. If anybody is free time this weekend, I'm going to do a big charity stream. I have no idea what I'm doing. I expect it will go fine, but it's an area that could really use your support.
Yeah. Guys, definitely go and check that link out, because it's all this weekend and it's for charity, and it's awesome. We're going to pop around and go to Vestal or Zelda.
Hello. We found space, or the people who find space last week, and I am so excited for more of that, for all of that to unwind even more. I'm just generally excited about space and space things and discovery. So yeah, this week is going to be great. The session is going to be great.
Awesome. And we're going to hop over to Dot or Bree.
Hey, it's NPC Bree. Barely made it, but it's fine. I'm here playing Dot, who normally just barely makes it as well. She is currently running some important lab testing on medication, and she just found out there's a bunch of strands of genetic data in all of the medicine, which has a direct effect on who does and does not get the cold that kills people. So that's not stressful or anything, especially because it's coming directly from the hospital. So it's fine. We're fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine. And also, last but not least, JD or Renee.
Nothing in this game is scary or unpredictable. I'm Renee, and this is Eden. I am playing JD, and JD is missing her buddy Artie, but other than that, just discovered the people who find space with Vestal, and it was like a big deal. So we're feeling pretty in it right now. And looking forward to Artie returning this week. Glad to have you back, Hans. I do have a bit of a throat tickle, and it's making me feel very much like...
Am I giving everyone a cold? Like, just...
Well,
like
I feel like mine is a little bit later, and it might be from like streaming or podcasting every single day for who knows how long now. And so I'm not used to it yet. I'm getting there. I'm gonna get there, but I'm not used to it yet. Also, I can't open my Dr. Pepper, and I'm very sad about it. I wish I could pass it through the screen to one of you to help me open it, because
I'd try.
It's real sad. That's all I had in the way of introduction.
Do you have tape near you? If you tape it, you can use that to twist it.
See, what would Dot do? Like, literally.
What would Dot do? I know I ask that every day.
Another thing we're adding to this stream, as we know, Zelda's character Vestal has a deck of tarot cards. So you can donate £10 and it will have a reading for a particular character. I'll probably do it at random. And then we will see how that affects our wonderful characters in game. So last week a lot happened. Artie disappeared, and the week before that Artie had a cough and a cold. But last week JD's mother finally came out of hospital. She didn't want to talk in the hospital though. They went to Lauren Curtis's old apartment and they discussed some things, and things were found out. And they found out that in the lower levels, there was something to do with Project Eden. Dot decided to go and question the matron. She wanted to see if the matron knew that the medicine that was being fed out to all these people was poisoned, or what is it, basically? Because everyone who seems to be being given this medicine, painkillers, anything that is being stolen from the hospital is suddenly getting ill, and it's being spread on all the lower levels. Now this time it was a JD and Vestal adventure down into this place, and they found a tunnel that led directly down into the earth, and it was a metal tunnel. And they found what felt like they were walking on a ship. There were rooms, there were bunks, there were kitchens. They found strange things called Kellogg's cornflakes and whatever ketchup is. And they found some strange suits with badges on it that said NASA. Doesn't mean anything to our wonderful characters. And then a video started to play. A video of scientists working on projects of a place called Area 51 back on a planet called Earth, where a ship had landed. And to prevent the wiping out of the human race, they altered this ship for their own benefit, so that they could put together an elite group of people, of humans, to send off into space before Reagan pushed the button and destroyed the Earth itself. Now, JD and Vestal, you're still watching this video.
Yeah, enamored. Wow, this is amazing.
And it continues, still in black and white, still quite fuzzy and glitchy and all over the place. And you can see lots of well-known faces from the everyday screens you see in your city. but you see them walking around as people. You don't see them on the screens. You see them getting ready. They're in training. They're doing all these different things. People are waving them off as they board the ship, and there's a blast of fire and smoke as this ship erupts into the air and off into the atmosphere. You see scientists on the ship. It's like someone is filming this and being guided around the ship, walking down these metal corridors. You see engineers, regular people, you see children, you see animals, you see dogs, cats, all on this ship. A lab full of cryotubes with lots of what seem to be children suspended in these tubes in a very deep sleep. There are scientists working on lots of strange experiments in there. You can see them working with different plants, testing them in different environments. And you can hear a voice explaining many things that happen in here. And then Commander White comes on screen, leading them around this ship, showing them around. And she's talking to the camera and says, we record these videos for our children when they wake up, you know, and she sort of gestures to someone to move out of one of the chairs, and she sits down and goes, like this, be good, be kind. And she relays off that speech you hear every day. She says, we don't know if we'll survive the landing, but with these children who haven't been born yet, we could be their only human contact. So we create these videos to help them understand. And this video goes on, and you see younger children that are walking around. And soon the video ends, and you are left in darkness.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
What was... I want to ask what it was. I have thoughts, but...
I mean, like, this happened, right? Like, this happened?
This
isn't like what's on the TV.
No, this is... I mean, it seems like something that's been taken down. Like, it was recorded as some kind of memory for future.
Yeah, really weird that it's not like what we see every day.
And that phrase, she said it in there again.
Yeah.
It's the same voice too.
Yeah, Commander White. Commander White? Commander White was her name, I think, from the tree. Which probably wouldn't make a whole ton of sense to you, but a tree told us that. There's a wall tree.
Yeah, you know what? I have no reason to not believe that is the truth.
Thank you, Vestal. I appreciate you.
So that was how this all happened, how Eden happened? Like before Eden was Eden.
Before Eden was Eden. Wow. Wow, I wish my dad could see this.
It's just a lot to process right now.
Yeah. Here's another thing. Why is this right behind the clinic?
I mean,
maybe they're not connected. But like, Dot said something about Project Eden. It seems like kind of a weird coincidence, you know?
Do you think maybe it might be just connected to the lower levels, or could it be directly connected to the clinic, the matron?
Well, think about it. This city is huge, and you had this tape delivered to you, right?
And it was by the fake Artie,
Yeah.
or the other Artie. We're
I don't
really
know
not
if I
sure which
believe.
one's real.
Yeah. I hope it's my Artie.
Yeah, I mean, I like this Artie better. Your Artie, our
Yeah.
Artie.
Our Artie. But I guess, okay, so I mean, I'm all for things happening. This is a lot of things happening in the same place with the same people and all of these connections. It's weird, right? Like, it surely there's more to this story.
I wonder if the other Artie had an idea of what that was that he gave to me.
I really wish we could find other Artie.
I am more curious about what he has to say than capturing or doing anything like that.
Well, I don't want to capture him. I'm not mean. I just want to talk to him.
Agreed.
I don't want to replace our Artie, but I feel like
No.
Artie would probably want to meet him too.
I feel like he might have something important to say. If,
Yeah.
I mean, we can ever find him.
Well, I mean, do we know anything about him? We know he went to your store. We know he met with that one guy who approached us in the street and asked us to come for drinks.
Before he left the store, all he said was he was going to search the lower levels. I'm assuming he found this. Maybe he's been down here. Maybe this is where he found it. Because where else would you find a tape like this?
Beats me. It feels like it was meant to go here.
I mean,
maybe we could leave a message for other Artie some way that we were here.
We could leave it here, and I mean, if he has been down here, I'm sure he'll come back.
Alter Artie.
Alter Artie.
Okay. I think I might have an idea. And JD pulls out a pen and paper that she and Artie picked up at Lauren Curtis's apartment forever ago. And jots down a quick note ending with her phone number that says, it just says, Artie, we have questions. And then it has like contact number for JD. And she doesn't sign it or anything, but she folds it up and sticks it in the slot where the cassette is so that it kind of like sticks out a little bit, but is still kind of in there.
As you do this, you hear a as the door to the right of you opens. We're going to hop over to Artie. Artie, you feel like your eyes are heavy. You don't remember going to sleep. In fact, you don't remember leaving JD's apartment building. You remember leaving her apartment. You remember walking down the corridor. And then there was a searing pain at the back of your neck and everything went black. As you blink 3 or 4 times, you wake up in a fully white room. The walls are white, the ceiling's white, the ground is white. Your bracelet's gone. You're in white trousers and you're in a white t-shirt. The bed is white. Everything is white. Even the door. Artie, what do you do? You not hear me? We lost? Can you hear us, Hans?
Hans?
Yeah, you.
Can you hear us?
I'm mute.
You can't hear us. Ah, bear with. Can you hear us?
Hello.
You
All
can
right.
hear us.
Can. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you hear this?
I was muted this whole time. I haven't heard a single thing you've said.
Okay.
I
Why
forgot
it
you
is-
said you muted it for the intro.
Guys, I'm a method actor. I don't have
Wow.
any tricks.
Wow, there's this great
That's so
setup
arty.
that Alice just wove for you.
I promise to watch it tomorrow.
What a picture. That was painted.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah, like forever ago, I forgot.
Okay.
Just waiting.
I'm gonna
for the
try this
timer to
again.
become all clear.
Thank you.
So, Artie, you wake up in a white room. The walls are white. The ceiling's white. Your bracelet is gone. You don't remember leaving JD's apartment block. You remember walking out of her apartment. You remember having that tickly throat and the sort of cough in your chest. You remember walking down the corridor. And then you remember a sharp, searing, burning pain at the back of your neck and blacking out. And at the moment, your eyesight seems a bit fuzzy. You suspect it's because you've been asleep. But everything in this room is white. The door, your clothes, everything.
So, how am I feeling now? Do I still have a tickle in the back of my throat?
You feel a little groggy, I'd say. But you've definitely got that burning pain on the back of your neck.
Well, if I was to touch it and it was an injury of some kind, I know what my mom would say is that you're not supposed to poke at those things. So Artie gets about this far and he wants to like feel around back there, but he's also concerned that he would get something dirty or infected or something like that. So he's going to try to leave that alone. Okay, so I'm in a bed. And do I have freedom of movement? Can I move my arms?
You
and my
have
legs?
complete freedom of movement. You can sit up as if it was your own bedroom.
So I should probably do that. I think that's the first thing Artie does is gets up, looks around, tries to see if there's any sort of doors, windows, familiar sights at all.
There's nothing apart from a white door in this room. And
Okay,
what
and-
looks to be like a bathroom maybe off to the side. But
Okay.
otherwise, that's it.
No shoes, right?
No shoes, you're completely barefoot.
Okay. So
You're in white trousers, like pajama type trousers, just comfortable, loose clothing.
right. Okay. In that case, Artie's gonna get up out of bed, try to be somewhat quiet, and take a look under the bed.
There's nothing under there. It's just white floor.
Walk over towards this bathroom type room off to the side.
You see a white room with a white toilet and a white shower.
Okay, got it. And go over to the door, the main door, and gently try to. Is there a door knob? Access?
There's a
panel?
doorknob. You can't. It's an actual physical doorknob as well as an access, but it looks like someone's tampered with the access, and this door is shut fast.
Okay, and I have nothing on me whatsoever. So okay, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Okay, I am going to go in the bathroom and splash some water on my face.
Yeah, you can do that.
Do that. Try to like splash some water in the back of my neck and see if I'm rubbing away blood or skin or anything else really gross.
No, you're not washing anything away. As you touch the back of your neck, though, it's almost like it's quite rough, like maybe a scab or something like that. And this feels like maybe like a burn or something, almost like a Chinese burn in a round circle at the back of your neck.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, Artie being the action hero that he is, he's totally out of ideas at this point. So, I don't know what would Dot do? What could I put tape on and open that way, or things like that? Where are my secrets here? Okay. So there's a bed, and there were no other furnishings in the room, just a bed.
Just a bed. There's nothing else in here.
Okay. Can I pick the bed up? And...
minimal survival.
Sure. Can I pick the bed up on its side?
You can, but we've also hit 10 retweets. So I'm going to give you all a number as well. So JD1.2, RT3, and Vestal 4. Let's roll this. That is a 3.
Given the scenario, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So you roll a 1d100, please.
Come on, laser.
28. Yes, I can. Just come on, a key. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll factor that one in a minute. So you sit in this room. Oh, sorry. What were you doing with the bed as you moved it?
I was flipping it up like so it's standing on its side. Yeah, that's my goal.
As you do this, something seems to fall out from underneath the mattress and sort of clanks on the floor. Funny enough, it's white.
Boo, thinking like Dot.
And there is a necklace. Weird, strange necklace. Thank you for the Wild Magic Surge. And it seems to be made out of bones, but from nothing like you've ever seen before. This isn't human bones. This isn't like small animal bones. This is weird. They seem slightly soft, and they are all different shapes. This looks like it's not come from one place on a body. Maybe it's been collected from many, or whoever was kept in here before.
Okay, yeah, that is extremely odd. And so, was it in a white box, or was it just a bone necklace that fell on the ground?
It was like a bone necklace that literally looks like maybe someone hid it under the mattress for a reason or something. Maybe it's somewhere they missed.
Cool. Yeah, Mihans thinks that he is probably being held by serial killers, and then Artie is probably just totally perplexed, so that's good. Yeah. So I will... Do I have pockets?
You have no pockets.
Well, then I guess in that case I will be forced to wear this bone necklace. So Artie puts on the bone necklace.
Yeah, you put it on, and you sit there quietly in this white room.
Yeah. Can I... what does the bed frame look like? Is this a dismantleable bed frame in any way?
It's like a standard metal one, probably one that you'd see in the hospitals. In fact, almost exactly like the ones you've seen in the hospitals.
Okay. So, yeah.
With
Any
enough
hint?
force, you could probably pry bits apart.
Okay. I would like to do that.
Okay, could you roll me a strength, please? And how are you doing this, first of all? Are you literally doing this with your bare hands? Or are you...
I don't have a ton of options here. The way I'm envisioning this right now, I would probably be trying to like keep this thing up and like lay on my back if I need to get enough leverage to pull something off.
Okay. Roll a strength, please, at about a 4, unless you've got anything you think would help.
No, I don't think that's what Artie does. I don't think Artie does strength. Let's just push a button and see how that goes.
Oh, okay. So in this sort of mix of boredom and determination, you do this and you're sort of holding on to like the bars on the headboard. And as you pull it, you can feel it vibrate and just almost not snap, but something gives. And you've got these 2 bits of pole separate from the headboard, effectively.
Okay, so that's better than not having any pieces of the bed. Yeah, so next thing is there's an access panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to lever it up or remove the casing, anything like that?
You can, but you do suspect it's been deactivated.
Okay, I mean, I have nothing better to do with my time. I've already put on the bone necklace, so I've got to go with the next most entertaining thing.
As you get close to the door, you see the door handle turn. And it opens. And a woman walks in and closes the door behind her. And she's looking down at a clipboard and looks at you. You're face to face with your mother. Hello,
Right.
darling. Can you sit down, please? I need to take some blood tests.
On the floor then? Should I sit on the floor?
And she sort of looks over at the bed, which is now like sort of in a mesh. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sit down.
And she walks over to you and she takes out this like almost like a pen, almost like an EpiPen, and she goes, doesn't say anything to you, just rolls up your sleeve, and you feel like the tiniest little like sting, but it's nothing at all. And she holds it up, logs it, goes, thank you, and goes back towards the door.
How long am I going to be in the room?
And she sort of looks at as long as you need to.
Can I go now then? Can I leave?
No,
Why not?
because you're safe here.
Right, but wouldn't I have, I have to start university class soon. That's coming up very soon.
It's okay, someone else will go for you.
I don't think that's, aren't I supposed to do my own work?
You're ill.
I don't feel ill. I mean, my neck hurts. The back of my neck hurts, specifically right here.
Yes, sorry about that.
Huh?
Well, I don't know how else I was going to get you here. You haven't been home in a while. We've been off gallivanting with all these other people.
I was home the day before the day that happened. I don't know what day that was.
And then your father died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we got
And she's like stone cold right here. She's just until you're better, until I finish running the tests, you're not going anywhere. Do you understand?
Not at all.
Well, yes, I suppose. And she's backed towards the door.
Okay. What would Dot do? I'm gonna try to grab her.
Okay, can you roll me a strength, please? She's quick, so a 5, please.
Okay, let's do poorly on that. Let's see how that goes.
You have an advantage. Keep that in mind.
I do.
What would Dot do?
Yeah.
Fuck this bitch up. Fuck her up, fam.
This needs to be on a t-shirt. Just what would Dot do?
Yes, it should be on a Scraticus brand t-shirt. And also, yes, I am anticipating using the advantage once I roll this, but let's try one first. Is that the same roll again? Did that go?
It hasn't gone yet.
Okay, I did push that button. Last time I did this,
Yeah.
it
Roll
eventually
20's
showed up.
been doing a bit of weird stuff lately. It's just been quite.
I'm gonna blame me. Let me try it one more time. Okay,
4. Okay, so as you make a run and dash for her,
so can I
you.
spend?
Oh, you're going to roll advantage, aren't you?
I was gonna say, can I do that, and/or can I spend effort on that?
You can spend effort on that, yes, and you subtract it from your pool permanently.
Okay, that sounds like something that I should do. Let me go ahead and remove points from this. Okay, and now I have done that.
How are you going to tackle her? And what are you going to do?
My theory is that she has some sort of access somewhere in her pockets. So I think what I'm going to try to do is grab her around the waist and just try to keep her from going out the door at first.
Yeah, you can do that. And she's just like, Artie, let go of me. This is ridiculous.
I think being locked in this room is ridiculous right now, too. And so maybe we should just both stop being ridiculous and I could go.
You have a cold.
I don't actually feel like I have a cold.
Of course you don't feel like it, because you're here.
That makes very little sense.
And she's just standing there, like you've got her arms sort of pinned as well. And she's dropped like the clipboard and everything she's got there. And she's just like, well, what are you doing now?
I would like to leave the room. Can we do that?
And she looks at you. If we must. Are you taking her hostage effectively?
I mean, it does sound like if you were to phrase it like that, it would sound like Artie was taking his mom hostage.
Well, you can't cuddle her the entire way.
Are you sure? Because I would like to roll against that. I would. No. Okay, yeah, that's probably true. I probably can't cuddle her the whole way. So can I check to see if there are things in her pockets that are access credentials of some kind?
Yeah, you can see a couple of key cards, which you know are just sort of like swipes to get out of some doors and things like that. And there is an actual, like an old school fashioned key, which looks like it fits this room.
Okay. And is that something I'm going to be able to? Is there a opening side, like a lock on this side as well, or just?
Yeah, there's a lock on both sides.
Okay, so I should be able to turn this key in this lock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll start with that. I put the key in the lock. I turn it. I turn to her. I say, "Okay, Mom, are you going to tell me anything that's going on here?"
And she just looks at you blankly. She's like, "Fine, go."
Okay. You have a bracelet, right? You've got your comms?
As she looks at, yes.
Okay. And then I will just unlock the door and go outside and then close the door with her inside and then turn the key.
Yeah, I'd say you can lock her in.
She's fine. Okay. And I'm shoeless and I'm holding 2 key cards and a metal key and I'm wearing a bone necklace. And so I'm doing my most like inconspicuous walk to whatever looks like an exit. Hopefully it's brightly lit or something like that.
You see a couple of people walk past you with, again, like these screens, which they sort of be logging information in, but they don't seem to pay too much attention to. They sort of, if anything, they nod and smile as you walk past and sort of nod and smile again. And you walk down this long white corridor and you can see lots of doors and lots of rooms and there's some windows on some of them. It looks like maybe there's a lab, there's some people having a meeting. But otherwise everything is still white. And you can see a door at the end of the corridor, which looks like it needs a key to get through as you approach this door. You swipe the card key?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You swipe it and it just lights flash quickly and it opens.
Oh, perfect.
As you step through, there's another white corridor.
Okay.
There's other people walking towards you again. Again, some of them acknowledge you, some of them just keep on walking, don't even whatever. Do you sort of acknowledge them as well?
Yeah. Luckily, Artie is already super awkward, so it's probably really awkward.
Okay, so as you're walking past, someone is coming up the hallway, and you sort of do that awkward wave, and as you lift your head, you see you awkwardly waving back and keep walking past you. Another arty has just walked past you in the corridor.
Ah!
Yeah. Great. Okay. That's fine.
We're looking for him. Send him our
him.
way.
Grab him! Grab him right by the ears. Hold him still.
Why the ears?
Because I was gonna say nipples, but I realized that was not the appropriate thing to say.
Arms. He has arms, Brie.
Nobody has arms. He's not even a real person.
This is why you don't mess with Dot. It's for real here.
Don't fuck
Okay,
me.
yeah, so just gonna keep walking. I don't really want to think about that too hard. That can't possibly be good for me.
And as you can see another door at the end of the corridor, very much like the one you've just gone through. As you head towards that, the door opens and another arty walks past you and smiles and keeps going.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
This is fine.
This is fine. Okay. Yep. One of these doors is going to go somewhere where there are no other arties. I'm sure of it.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, this is really just Artie's psychotic break episode where he's just having this going through his head over and over again. Just so, yeah, great.
It's terrifying to witness.
You walk down this other corridor. This time there is a door on your right. And the door on your right seems to have, you look down at the key cards, it's the same one as the first door you went through.
Okay, that's either good or bad. So I will swipe that card.
You swipe the card,
Mhm.
you step in. It's a lab. There's, you can see lots of people in white lab coats. You can see the symbol of the OTC, which you recognize on all the lab coats, which you all know very, very well. And these people are moving about different colored liquids and things like this in like test tubes, beakers. There's a range of equipment going. And again, they don't seem too bothered by you being there. And in fact, someone was like, "Morning, Artie," as it sort of nods and looks back down at his work again. And one of them walks in from another door with a coffee, and he's like, "I got your coffee," and sort of hands you this cup of coffee. I think it was you. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, it's fine, isn't it? And he just sort of strolls off again. As you round the corner into this room, this huge room, this huge lab, there are about 20 to 30 big glass tubes with 20 to 30 sleeping artists.
No, don't. Oh, no. Oh.
Okay. Yep. It's fine.
The best thing is I can hear Scrap laughing in the other room.
That is the best thing, yes. Okay.
And they're all asleep. They've all got life monitors on. People are checking them regularly. And you can see a couple more arties walking around. In fact, you can see one of them working on one of these tubes.
Yes. Yes, I can see that. Okay. Is there like a place where they keep arty shoes in this room? Because this arty still doesn't have shoes.
There are no shoes in this room currently.
Well, I was just hoping. Okay. Well, that's fine. I will just walk over to the arty that's working on the computer.
You do that, and he looks over to you and he's like, "Morning."
Hey. Morning. Which way is the exit? Because this coffee was for the other Artie, and he just went out. Which way is the quickest way out to him?
Oh, just out the main door. Just follow down there and then go through the next corridor, go down the elevator, and then you should be in the main lobby.
Yeah, I'll get the hang of this yet. Okay, thanks.
It's sort of, yeah, you can stroll out of there. You roll me an intellect for me, an intellect of 2, please.
Okay. Yep.
So
Here we go. Buttons. Oh, okay.
Okay, so as you're making your way to the door, you see a couple of the scientists start to have their bracelets start to buzz, and they answer calls, and they look confused. And almost all at the same time, they turn and look at you. And you hear one of them say, "I'll deal with it." We're going to jump over to Dot. Dot.
What's gonna happen to Hardy?
You were in the lab.
Yeah, I just got some bad news bears.
And you were looking into the medicine and the painkillers and everything, and you found some strands of DNA, effectively. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, I took a copy of the files. I took 2 copies of them. I was gonna leave one, but as she's walking out, she just actually slides over and grabs the second one, stacks them together, and like stuffs them into her like little backpack on the side, and she's just gonna stroll out and check and see if the place is full or not.
The place is the clinic is very full. There was the explosion, so it's full of people right now. If you wanted to just weave out, you probably could.
She's gonna look and see where the matron is. Does she look busy?
Yeah, she's running around. She's dealing with a lot of patients right now. Probably shouting orders more than anything and assigning people, but you can see her.
Okay, cool. On her way out, she's gonna slide by and like take one of the packs off like one of the people's little nightstands of their fancy little glow cigarettes. And she's gonna just go stand around back and like casually smoke one over like where the manhole is and kind of just wait and see if she can see them coming out yet, 'cause she doesn't have a bracelet still.
You will know that they've been down there probably from the time you've run tests and everything, almost an hour. Like maybe even a bit more than that. And you can hear nothing down there.
Did they bring their Soren with? Did Soren go down with them?
I think
no. Soren was keeping guard.
Soren is stood around the corner, and you can see this robot, I guess, this humanoid form leaning against this wall, just scanning, constantly scanning.
And she lights it up and she like leans against the wall. She's like, anyone go in, Soren?
Yes. They both did.
Did anyone else go in, Soren?
No. Not yet. I think.
Soren's thinking. So proud.
Weird. Is Turkey Burger? Did Turkey Burger follow me out?
Turkey Burger, you left at the apartment, I believe.
Well, I brought Turkey Burger into the clinic with me.
Okay, well, Turkey Burger would have just followed you out then.
Okay. I don't know how robots work, but Turkey Burger, can you go find them?
And Turkey Burger looks at you and then sort of hops over to the hole and just jumps and disappears into this dark tunnel.
All right. Well, honestly, Dot is just going to wait at this point. She's just going to sit out here and she's just going to like chain smoke as long as it takes. That way, if anyone comes over, she can have Soren like slide the manhole over and act like nothing is wrong. Like she's just like needs a break.
Yeah, you can do that.
And that's it. That's all Dot's gonna do for now, because Dot's not leaving. Dot's not going far. Not when they're down in that hole, the danger hole.
The danger hole. So we're gonna hop back over to Vestal and JD. Now, first of all, Vestal, could you just give us a little explanation for the card you have drawn effectively for yourself here?
Okay, so I drew the 9 of coins, which I have a small explanation that I sent to you, which allows me to think less about it on the spot. It represents setbacks in your self-worth. So basically, when you're used to a situation that isn't very good, you get used to it and it becomes your new normal. So this card specifically has that, and it is an assessment of your surroundings and your life's direction, and if it's in balance with your own self-standards.
So what is Vestal thinking right now? She's just been thrown in with this party of people, in with this... You were in your little oddity shop.
Yeah, basically the last few days has been being thrown into a chaos. Just the insane, like 0 to 100 in no time at all. And I think it really puts them out of place where like suddenly it's just such a different surrounding that it is really something that needs to be taken into assessment and kind of work your own brain to like think differently than I'm just walking around and re-putting things on shelves. And it's now I am trying not to die and trying not to get into trouble with things that are so far above my head that it's such a different environment to get used to. And I think not setback in self-worth. I think it's just a completely different surrounding that you got to get used to.
So are you reacting differently right now? Do you look visibly nervous to JD?
I think I'd be a little bit nervous all the time. Like I'm like trying to like understand what's okay in the outside world. Like I have a little bit of scope based on people who come in, but for the most part it's like there are things that I've never seen, never heard about, and it is kind of nerve-wracking to be out in such a new
and rushing you all at once.
Basically.
So you two have stood there and just watched this video.
Yeah.
And the door to the right of you is opened. Shh.
And JD is like low key, but not low key, grabbing Vestal's arm. Like,
yeah, I as well will take, like, I'm taking a step back. And
you see dust sort of almost erupt from this. This looks to have been closed for a long time, but nothing comes out of it. This just looks to be another passageway that's opening.
Should we go in?
I was just gonna ask you the same thing. I mean, we could go in. I mean, there's not been anyone down here so far, but then again, the door just opened on its own, so... No. You know what? These past few days, we have been living in the moment, trying to figure out what is going on, and thinking, WWDD, what would Dot do?
Dot would run in there. I think I'm not going to run, but...
No, okay, let's not run.
Not run, caution. But yes, I am...
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to walk.
JD is going to, like, keep arms linked with Vestal.
And just kind of, like, walk slowly towards the door.
You both link arms and walk slowly towards this door. Now, the lights are on. They're a bit flickery and dim, but that's just where it's been off for so many years. And it opens up into another room that looks like a lab. And there's lots of what look like cryo chambers lined up all along the back wall. There's the standard stuff you'd find in a lab. You can see some lab equipment up. You can see a huge display, which you all know is like a holographic projector. And JD, thank you for the world magic search. You see a piece of glass just laying there on the side of the table, on one of the tables, like a perfectly cut piece of glass.
I'll go over and pick it up. Look in it.
As you pick it up, it just seems to be a plain piece of glass, but you probably suspect it does something else as well.
Is it like a see-through glass or like a mirror glass?
It's a see-through glass. Like you can put your hand one side and see your hand.
I hold it up to the light a couple times.
Yeah.
I look at Vestal through it.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You see a pen on the side, not like your the pens you've seen in the apartments. This is a fully metal pen.
Cool. I'll take that too.
I'm sure if it was left down here, no one is gonna miss it. So
they're just so strange. I mean, have you ever seen anything like these?
I mean, I've seen things similar, but nothing. I mean, they seem suspicious almost. It's weird to say that about an item, but
no, I mean, I feel like every item we encounter at this point is suspicious. But I feel like, I know I've said my dad just really likes some old stuff, and I don't know, I think he'd find this pen really cool, and I don't know what the glass does, but maybe he'd know it.
Is there was nothing like inscribed on it, or
nothing at
just
all.
Completely clear?
Yep. JD will tuck them away in her little messenger bag.
Okay. And as I said, you can see like a holographic sort of display. And as you've walked into the room, things seem to have started to work again. You can see a whole table lined with just plants. Now you've not seen things like this. If you may have had a brief glimpse, JD, when you went up to the OC with Artie, but these smell of these are like herbs and things like that, and they're all kept in these glass domes. And they look as if they're being sprayed every couple of minutes.
So they are alive.
They are alive.
Whoa. Does this lab look like the lab that was in the video?
It does. You can see lots of screens set up along the wall. And the chairs in the same ones. You see cryo chambers. You see many things.
See, Vestal, it's like the tape was here, or it led to here, or something. Like, we were meant to find this place. There's a reason it's behind the clinic and everything.
There's definitely some connection between the other Artie and whatever this is.
Yeah, do you think Alter Artie wanted us to find this?
I think he knows a lot more than we do. And it's really important that we find him.
Okay, I'm gonna start like kind of making my way around the room, checking the screen, seeing if anything turns on, looking at the cryo chambers, which I have not really any context for at all, and admiring the plants.
You can look through the plants and you can see them move as they're sprayed with this stuff. You look through the cryo chambers. Some of the glass is cracked. There's nothing in the ones that are cracked. In fact, there doesn't seem to be anything in any of them. There is, however, on the far end, there is a woman in one of these cryo chambers.
Oh my gosh. Vestal,
Is that's a person? That is a person.
do we
there.
recognize the woman?
You recognize Commander White.
Ah! Vestal, that's... What do we do? What do we do? Okay, where?
Is it working? Is it on?
You
Or-
see a screen where there is the slowest beep. You're not sure if this means she's alive because she looks pretty dead. She's blue. She's just like got ice crystals forming all over her face. And she's unmoving.
What do you do when you come across a frozen body?
I mean, in most circumstances, I'd probably leave it frozen.
But in this one?
Maybe try and unfreeze. I don't know. I mean, what if she's dead? Then it's just unfreezing a dead body.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure anything out with the keypad, if there's a keypad to go with it or something.
You can see like a touchscreen that's sort of popped up. It's not very clear. It's like when it's sort of distorted, it looks like some of the buttons have merged. It's like something's broken in the screen.
Okay, I'll just flick at it a little bit, see if I can like get anything to work.
Yeah, you hear sort of like almost a chime as you just mess about with some of the buttons. Oh, thank you, Madam Gandalf, for the raid. Hello, raiders. Welcome to Eden, where everything's confusing and so many conspiracies right now.
I hope no one has any stress or anxiety problems from the new viewers, because this is nothing but Conspiracy Theory Central, where I scream into the chat until something happens.
And I love
It's
it.
true.
And as you do this, as JD is pressing in the buttons, Vestal behind you, as she presses one of the buttons, you see a hologram jump up.
I'm gonna jump.
And it is the picture, it is like the bust of Commander White. Hello, my name is Commander White. Please state your name.
My name
State your name.
is Vestal.
JD?
These names are insufficient.
Yeah.
Please place your hands here. And you see two shoots sort of pop out with these handprints effectively on them. And it's like it's sort of frozen a little bit as you don't respond.
Does it want a specific hand?
I don't know. I mean, I am gonna put my hand on it.
JD's gonna...
Sorry, go on.
No, JD's gonna just kind of look back and forth between her metal right hand and her half metal left hand and just kind of be like, just don't know that it'll work.
Vestal, as you put your hand on this thing, it's almost like your hand seeps into this cool gel. And it's quite soothing, actually. And you hold your hand there for a second until you feel a quick sting of pain on your finger.
I'm gonna pull my hand out quickly at that.
As you do that, the whole thing retracts and the face judders again. Thank you. DNA is on record. This is sufficient.
I'm having second thoughts. I don't think I should have done that.
Too late now. Let's see what happened.
So, possible dead body, weird hologram taking what I assume is my DNA, blood, something, and plants.
Welcome.
And plants.
Project.
And plants.
As Commander White starts to speak. So, this is a fantastic ship built to be reborn. This is Eden. Welcome. And she sort of disappears, and you see a hologram of a ship land on what looks like a barren earth, and then start to dig its way into the earth. And you hear Commander White's voice again. We have the best technology to start life again, to create our own Eden, to create our own world, our own city. And then you see this ship take root like a tree, with metal roots digging down into the ground, weaving its way through the earth. And then it starts sprouting up into tall metal buildings, into tall chambers, slowly building skyscrapers and spreading over the surface.
They planted the city? I'm gonna go back over to the screen with the touchpad screen, and I'm gonna start playing around with it, seeing if I can take it apart at all. Using my machine affinity.
Okay, so could you roll if you've got machine affinity? Yeah, 3 for me, please.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a very primitive technology to you. This is basically a bunch of wires. And you can see where things are hooked up to the life support, like for the readings of it. You can see where it keeps the cryo chambers going, all sorts of standard bits and bobs like that.
Okay, I'm specifically pulling at the touch screen and trying to take it apart.
What are you trying to find?
She's trying to take the screen off and see if she can put the new glass on.
Yeah, you can do that. You can take it off and put it on.
Take the new glass, put the new glass on, see if she can tap it around, see if it works at all.
The glass itself does nothing.
Okay, so if I were to pull a wire, should I pull a wire? Which wire? The blue wire? The red wire? I'm kidding. Vestal?
Yes?
Should we just leave her in there? I'm not having any luck finding... I know how things work, but I don't know how to work them. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm afraid that if we mess around too much, that we won't, in old, like films, like movies. They have movies here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they mess around with things and doors close and they don't open again.
Oh.
That's the kind of thing that I'm worried about.
Okay, yeah.
You hear a crash of glass behind you.
Jumping again.
And you see Turkey Burger hopping along and basically taking out lots of test tubes as he goes.
Oh gosh.
He's trying to get at some of the plants and under some of the glass domes.
I really thought the door was going to shut behind us and we were going to be trapped.
Yeah.
Turkey Burger, Turkey Burger.
And he sort of turns and sort of cocks his head to you.
Hey, did Dot send you?
And he sort of does a half nod and a half sort of turn his head.
Did you find anything in the clinic?
And he sort of blinks and shakes.
Hmm. You know what? Gosh, I think one of the reasons JD is so terrified is because the last time she thought she was doing something right, they ended up killing a guy. So I think that like she is 70% confident that she knows which wires, like which tubes to pull in order to make something happen, but there's that 30% chance of uncertainty that she's just terrified of. There have been way too many dead bodies in her life the past couple days.
Is there anything I can move in front of the doors so that they can't shut? Like if there's like a
yeah. There's lots of like chairs and metal tables about that you can easily jam the door open with.
I'm gonna tip a table over and shove it in the door so that like the legs are against one side and the top of the table part is on the other.
Yeah, you can do that. You
Okay.
effectively jam the door open.
Okay.
Is there another exit from this room, or is that the only one?
That seems to be the only one in here.
I'm hoping these are the only doors that are going to close if something does go bad, because that's kind of my biggest worry right now. But I think
My
you should.
biggest worry is killing Commander White.
Well, I mean, she's in a pretty bad state as it is, and
So was Nail Gun.
yeah, I mean, I trust you, and if you think you can pull the right wire to wake her up if she is alive, I think it's worth it. I mean, she's kind of frozen and looks like she's not doing too well right now, so.
Looks like we got a new
With a little bit of, I feel like edification is really what it is, and like assurance from a friend, JD is ready to pull the blue wire or the red one, or whichever one she deduced was the most likely to.
Which one are you going to pull?
I don't actually know what colors they are. I'm just making them up.
We will have blue, red, and green.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, from her evaluation of what went where,
you roll an intellect, please.
yes, and I am going to use my natural 20 to do this.
Okay.
You have a 33% chance to pull the right wire, and you said you were 70% sure. That's 103%. You're definitely going to pull the right wire.
And we're going to hop over to Artie. Artie, all these people are staring at you, and one of them begins to approach you. Can I see your ID card, please?
Yes. How many people around me? A large number?
A large number.
Large number, right. Okay. I hand them the key card that I have.
And they look at it very confused. No. And then you hear, Oh, no. I've got this. It's fine. And another arty walks over. It's like, sorry, keycard switch up. And he sort of puts an arm around you. It's like, yeah, don't worry. It's my fault. I sent him to the wrong lab. Okay, see you later. Don't worry. And they all sort of go, okay. And the other arty looks to you and keeps an arm around your shoulder and starts to push you towards the door. He's like, come with me.
Okay. Yeah.
And he leads you out of the lab and he leads you towards the lifts, to the elevators. And he opens one of the doors. There's a couple of scientists in there and he's just like ushers them out. And he goes in and pulls you with him and closes the door. And then that awkward elevator music comes on and he stands in silence.
Is this your coffee?
Is it? Yeah, actually, no, yeah, that is. And he sort of reaches over and takes the coffee. And he sort of sips it and looks out. And this is like a glass elevator, and you look out onto the whole of the OTC, the grass, and some of the plants sort of hovering by as they float. Do you want some shoes?
Yeah.
Okay. And you feel the lift sort of slowly come to a stop, and he's like, come with me. And he takes another sip of his coffee. And he walks out into a huge lobby. As you walk out into the lobby, you recognize this lobby. It's almost identical to the one you go into every morning. The only thing is, all the security guards are different. They still say, hi, Artie, all in sync, like, all together. But they're different.
Different people or different
people? They're different
okay.
people. And he walks over to a very similar place that you took JD, hands over a ticket, and takes some shoes and plops them down by your feet. I think you need a coffee, don't you? Or tea.
Usually.
Do you normally drink tea or coffee? What kind
tea.
of one are you? Okay.
Green tea.
Okay, come with me. And he starts walking upstairs this time. And you walk up a lot of stairs until you come to a corridor very similar to the one you yourself live on. And then you see, if you didn't know better, it was your apartment. He opens the door. Almost everything in it is identical. Except there's coffee on the side, not tea. There's no little glass cube with a growing city in it. There's not your things. It's not things that make you you. They're not in it. But he offers you a seat at an identical table to yours. Sit down. Tea, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay. Yes, please.
And he starts digging through. And after about 5-10 minutes, he does produce tea and sits down. And he sits down opposite you. And he stares at you. And it's just intense. You look confused.
I mean, that isn't unreasonable, right?
Well, I don't know which one are you.
I. Mm, okay, I don't know what that means.
You get what you're looking at, right?
Yeah,
What do you do?
I don't know what that means.
Okay. How's your cold? Because you came in with one. It's gone, isn't it?
Okay, here is a point of interest. If you know which one I am, why are you asking me which one I am?
I want to know if you know.
I mean, the intense facial expressions that I'm making and the fact that I keep turning very bright colors of pink and red, I am imagining give it away, but I have no idea what's going on whatsoever. And if I'm crazy, a lot of people would probably believe that right now, especially Dot and Crowbar and probably JD, to be frank. But I don't know how crazy I am right now.
You're not crazy. But that's what they would make everyone think if you try and leave here.
That doesn't make sense either. I don't understand how any of these things are being put together.
Your cold is gone.
Okay, that is not actually impressive in most of medicine. We do that a lot at the hospital, I am told, although I usually don't go there.
With this cold? With the cold that's been killing everyone?
Okay, I know at least one person who could cure the cold because I was there when he did it.
Where do you think he got that from?
He's a doctor. I mean, doctors do that.
True.
You were just... There is an unreasonable amount of pleasure you're getting out of this. I don't usually smile like that. I don't make that face.
I don't think... I'm not fully you. I'm part of someone else as well.
That is, you know who makes that face is Crowbar. That is a Crowbar face. I don't think anyone else I know...
She was nice. I liked her.
Okay.
You're the one we need to look after. I'm allowed to roam around because I'm the failure.
Do you want to explain any of the things you're saying, or are you just going to keep doing that? Where you say the thing and then I don't know what it means and then I have to...
And the guy sort of laughs a little bit and then he drinks the coffee again. The OTC runs the hospital. The OTC creates antidotes.
Okay.
Someone broke in. Someone created this super virus. I don't know where they got it from. None of us do. But we have a virus. Now we need to cultivate a cure, an antidote, a vaccine. And you just happen to have more of the right DNA strands than most people. We don't know who this person is who has created the cold, but we know it's a person. Perhaps a group of people. Not sure. But they've created a virus that can affect everyone. We believe they've somehow come across some DNA or something that can link us all together and create some kind of super virus. But we need to make a cure. Now I'm a fail. I've got the cold. I'll be dead in 3 days. They'll defrost another one and out they'll pop. You're the first one to not die. How's that feel for you?
Okay, so I guess I was just wrong about what's going on. You're not purposely being mean. I'm very sorry to hear that you're going to die.
It's okay. I've died before. It's fine.
That also does not make any sense.
You
And I
get a
get,
bit of
again,
strand of everything. You get a little bit of memory. It's fine.
I'm screaming.
who does that?
A little bit of Artie in my life.
That was probably That's why I turned the sound off when you guys were doing the thing earlier, because otherwise that would have been me. Okay, as long as we just gift this entire episode and just like continually do reaction shots already, we'll be fine.
They would
All
make good gifts.
One with Brie emerging with her hair all in her face.
The one with Zelda eating her entire sweatshirt, etc.
Like, I scraped all the way down this, and I heard my boyfriend like move in the other room, like, "Hey, she died in there."
Speaking of gifts, if it was Christmas gifts, we should just take a picture of everybody, put their picture on the shirt, send it to them.
Yeah, just the horror.
But I like y'all too much for that. Okay. Look, I don't know what you were talking about. I get the idea that there's a cold and there's a cure, and I'm glad that I'm not going to die, but I don't know anything about any of the stuff you're talking about.
You're
And
not
I don't know.
going to die naturally. You
Okay,
need to
yeah,
get
that sounded
out of here.
arrogant.
You need to get out of here.
Okay,
They
yeah,
need to
help me
do,
with that.
I don't know what it is, they need to do something to get this cure feasible. And to be honest, I don't think it's going to end well for you.
That is really very likely at this point because I don't know where any of my friends are, and I do not do well on my own.
Is there somewhere you know? Somewhere I can get you to?
Yeah, do
And
you know
you-
JD's apartment? Maybe Elizabeth Marin's apartment would be good. What about Vestal's shop? Any of those places?
And you hear him sort of go, I know JD's apartment.
Yeah. I mean, how about that? Can I go there?
I can if you want. If
Is
you
it a
can,
very bad idea?
I'd
Because
say go there, find them, and get out as soon as possible.
yeah, I
Where
seem
do
to
you think they
recall my mother saying something about hitting me on the back of the neck or something like that. Yeah.
Grab Bash and Kevin while you're there.
Sure. Yes, meta. Got it. I wouldn't know where else to go. I think I just named all the places I've ever been that aren't the hospital.
I'll take you to JD's.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
first of all, you're going to put on my clothes.
Okay, that's unusual, but it makes sense. And then, what about? Can I use a comms? Can I contact her? I don't know how would you remember something.
And he just sort of pauses for a second. Give it a second. And he disappears off into a room. And he comes back with a pair of jeans, a hoodie, and a comms, and puts them down. You didn't get them from me. These were my backups, but I'm gone now. Just get changed and we'll get you out of here. And give me
Okay,
your
yeah.
clothes. Like, and he just sort of starts like you sort of both switch, so he's now in the white trousers and the white t-shirt.
Do you want this bone necklace thing?
He's like, no. Where did you even get that?
It was underneath the bed in the room that I was in. Is that like a code? Do people do that?
Well, not. I didn't think they did. Like, he looks at you and just pure like, what?
I thought you were the one who knew what was going on. I don't know what to do with this.
I don't put bones under people's bed. Who does that?
Whoever had the bed before me?
It wasn't me.
I don't. Oh, that's fine. Okay. All right. Who's older, you or me? Do you know how that works?
I don't know how that works. I mean, I think that they woke me up first.
Okay. I always asked my mom if I could have a brother or a sister when I was. I
Don't
didn't think it
talk
was-
to your mum again. Your mum.
What is the?
Well, that's effectively hers. Did you not see her name tag? MOM. Who puts that on their name tag?
Your does your mom? Wait, is she not your mom? How does that work?
She's not my mum.
Okay, we can't be the same and have different moms.
She's not your mum.
What?
She is mum. She's the one who monitored us
Right.
from a young child. She's not your mother. She's not my mother.
Okay, if I hadn't just seen 50 of me in some sort of growing apparatus, that wouldn't make sense, but I guess that does actually make a lot of sense. Okay, yeah. Okay. Right.
Come on. And he sort of makes sure he's got all your clothes on. And he sort of shrugs a little bit. He's like, walk slightly ahead of me.
Do you want the keys and the key?
No, you take them. Just keep them.
Okay. Do you want to take your shoes off? Because I didn't have shoes when I came in.
And he sort of slowly kicks off like these trainers and puts them by your feet.
And you don't want the bone necklace thing?
I really don't want the bone necklace thing.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
And he's like, now walk slightly ahead of me. Walk upright.
Okay.
And he's almost like pushing you slightly. And you go down into the sort of foyer again.
I'm going to look like I think Cocky already looks like, and also sniffle a little bit.
Yeah, you can do that. And he's trying to sort of muffle a cough. He's like, like looking around. And you get to the door, and there's a row of taxis. And he leans in and gives an address to one of them. And he looks at you. He's like, get in. That should get you there. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. And he sort of steps back. And the taxi starts to hover and leave. And as you do this, as you glance out the back, you see this other arty get tackled to the floor as you see him swarmed by security guards. And you disappear off towards JD's apartment. Dot. You may have heard a couple of like yelps and screams sort of echo from Vestal and JD as Turkey Burger has made them jump. But all you have heard is some screams.
Oh, fuck. She's gonna turn to her robot person. She's gonna drop the cigarette and stomp it out. How well is your robotic hearing?
It is pretty good. Thank you.
That's good. Did you hear me walking up to you before I got here?
Of course I did. I recognized your walking pattern.
That's weird. I'm impressed. We'll talk about that later, my sweet robot friend. If you hear any living soul walk back here, I want you to kick this manhole shut, and I want you just to turn into a bike as fast as your little robot self can and just act normal. Or kill them, honestly. Kill them if you have to. Can you kill people? She says as she's like walking towards the manhole.
She's like, that is against my programming. But I can do the bike thing. And you notice her voice is starting to sound slowly more and more human.
That's weird. Just remember, sometimes it comes down to JD's life or someone else's as she's like lowering down. I don't know how programming works, but that's something to think about. Okay?
And
Think
you
about
see Soren just sort of go, think about it, as you disappear down into the shaft.
My precious baby Soren.
And Dot is going to just like put up her mask, turn on the lights for it, put on like her little hood. I know she's wearing a hoodie, but she's still got all her little tech stuff. She's just gonna like run in the direction, like
it's
loudly.
It's dull light, but it's half decent light. And you will run passing down these corridors, and you will see through a glass window on another side in a lab. You will see Vestal and JD probably screaming slightly as JD is tapping in some numbers into a screen.
And slides in the room. What the fuck is going on in here? What's taking so goddamn long?
Jesus.
And then she like looks around, is like she's screaming at all the like test tubes and like all the like plants. The fuck is this? What did you guys? What is this?
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Okay, we've got killers up. I mean, we've got the matron just chilling up above. What is this place? I can't soar and kill, but she can talk. Sorry, that's for another time. What's going on?
That got really deep really fast. She's a bike.
Yeah, but she's also a person. Well, speaking of, what is this?
That's very new. This is a person.
Who?
Commander White? I'm busy. And then JD's gonna go back to doing the, like, where did I leave off? Dot just walked in the room and interrupted me.
While she's doing that, Dot's gonna like walk behind her and try and like peek at like the status of this person.
Yeah, you see this person who is effectively blue and icy. JD is sort of fiddling about with this stuff, and you can hear like some almost like crackling noises, and then a and you see the ice slowly start to defrost.
This person's gonna need immediate medical treatment.
Well, then it's a good thing you're here, isn't it?
Was there anything around here? Dot's gonna start looking around and see what she finds medical-wise while they do that.
It looks like there's not too much medical-wise here. In fact, you find these weird like packets with like tablets in, which you don't normally do tablets necessarily anymore, but you find these weird sort of things around. You find some bandages, but otherwise it looks like this place has actually been cleared out, probably when people left.
Well, we're taking those tablets. I don't know what they are, but Dot's taking them. Curious Dot needs all of the pills.
Resourceful.
You do this, and as all the sound slowly hisses out of this cryo chamber, the lid pops open, and you just see Commander White laying there.
Dot's gonna go over and take off her specialty mask and like put it over this woman and adjust like the settings to like the cleanest, purest air setting, because I'm sure this is not the right air for her.
And as you do this, you see very faintly her chest rise and fall.
Oh my God, she's alive.
Well, that's great. Let's get her the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I cannot believe that just happened. Okay,
I mean, we can always come back for more. Should we take plants and stuff with us for now?
That's a you thing, Dot says as she like hoists her over her shoulder.
Yeah, you can pick her up. She's quite a small lady. But this is probably quite surreal. This is the woman you've seen on a screen every day of your life.
Okay, so here's the deal. Sword and I can take her back to my apartment, but I can't take the two of you.
I don't care.
Okay.
Let's get her away from up there ASAP. Then we can talk at your apartment. Maybe we can find fucking RD or RD3 or RD17 or whatever RD y'all are talking about. I need to get out of here, and so do you.
Alter RD.
The who?
Never mind. JD is taking off down the hallway, and She calls up Soren to say, "Hey, Soren, we're ready. Get ready to go."
And you hear some sort of mechanical clanking as you can assume she assembles herself into a bike. And you guys will climb up out of this pipe effectively. Are you doing anything in particular to hide the fact you're carrying a body over your shoulder?
Okay, well, hear me out. Well, honestly, Dot's okay with going just in a like tank top. She can take off her hoodie, stuff it on this woman. Like, I mean, I blew up half this lower level. I'm sure no one's confused about a body wrapped over a bike. So she's gonna put her hood up and she's gonna get her up this ladder, try and have Vestal help yank her out, throw her over the front where like Renee is, maybe like hoist her. Maybe you can like hold her while she leans back on you like a baby and you can like pull her through.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're the bike lady.
Yeah, no, we'll kind of make it look like like
Put a helmet on.
It's still quite crazy down here where you did blow up the low level. There's still people like trying to put out this fire and do all these other things. So you can probably do it quite
well. Yeah, and as Dot's loading it up before she separates from JD, she say, whatever you do, don't take any medicine, don't touch any pills, don't look at any drugs. I don't care. Don't touch any medication. We'll meet at your apartment.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so you've got her on this bike, you've got her on Soren. And so who is going on Soren? Is it just JD?
We can only fit 2 people on the bike, so it's me and Commander White.
So you take off. What are the rest of you doing? You just working your way back?
Stop.
Well, Vestal's fighting a very strange lower level mammal.
Ship's cat, literally. So, JD, as you start flying up on Soren, you pass all the screens, all the adverts, all the things. And they all turn red. And you start hearing an alarm. And words flash up on the screen as well as a voice. Disruptor of the peace. Disruptor of the peace. Disruptor of the peace. And Dot, as you walk down the lower levels with Vestal, all the screens also turn red and start flashing. Disruptor of the peace. Disruptor of the peace. And now I think it's a perfect time to have our break. We're gonna have a 10-minute break, guys. We're gonna take turns to, I'm guessing we're gonna chat conspiracy theories in this section.
And scream for just 10 solid minutes.
Is there anyone who would like to go first on their bio?
I just want to say thank you because I'm getting currently like clawed at by this cat because it's attacking my headphones, which are currently resting like upon myself. It is digging its claws into me, and I'm sure you can see me wincing in pain every once in a while.
What a good baby.
Yeah, good little powerful baby. Right, I'm going to go for a bio, and then when I get back, if anyone wants to go for a bio, people can go now if they want, and then we'll have a quick chat about whatever's going on, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I'll be back in a sec too.
Hi.
Yep. Hi, Vestal. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm currently I'm being like, he's right here. I know I'm wearing black and he's black, so he doesn't show up, but he's like clawing at me. We have a live person from whichever, like 1 AD of Eden. We are bringing home. Yeah, Artie doesn't know what we're talking about.
No, that makes no sense whatsoever, but it sounds impressive.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's good. What I was wondering too is, does JD have some sort of like passcode lock or something like that? I have a feeling I'm going to be standing outside of her apartment for like a long time.
Well,
Because
okay, so the door totally, yeah. But you don't often see JD use the door.
I'm going to be leaning against the window going, Kevin, open the door. Kevin. It's going to be so good.
I don't know if we make it there, Artie.
Hey, I'm in a cab. I'm on my way. It'll be okay.
You
I-
are gonna be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, this has been a weird day, to be frank. I don't know how long a day it has been, but it has been a little bit weird. But finding the 1AD person is also very impressive, and I'm sure your day has also been weird. Yes.
Thank you for giving us credit where credit is due.
Yeah. I don't really know what I would say, so.
I made it home from work. It was my last full week at my current job. Just in time to make noodles because there's a ton of extra work, last minute things to wrap up. So I was there like right up to the wire, made it home to stir fry some noodles.
nice.
But not fast enough to eat them.
How is everyone though in this session? How are we feeling about what's going on all of a sudden? I think I've dropped a lot in this session.
Screaming.
Yeah.
I think it was a very good decision to turn the audio off for that first 10 minutes or so. I think that saved me from a lot of the most important things. I heard you start recapping, it was like mute. And I think that was probably great.
You're so oblivious now.
Okay.
You are arty.
Fair. Yeah. That was already there.
You are.
Finally got to
so-
take off my work pants, guys. I feel so much better. I literally did not have time to take off my work clothes. So I feel very good now. I feel much more comfortable. My anxiety has lowered 1 inch, but only one.
I changed into comfy pants too. That was
It's
my break.
important. It's so my theory is everyone needs to die. I'm killing the matron as soon as possible. I'm killing everyone else even quicker.
Not the noodle guy.
Honestly,
Fair.
everyone needs to die.
Not JD and Artie.
I love that
Or
if you
Vestal.
kill
Vestal,
everyone,
our
and
new
that might
friend.
not be the answer.
This is what I say. I'm still under debate whether I
I
should
would
be.
say these next few moments of escape will truly determine whether or not Vestal does stay on.
Makes the cut.
Yeah, if that's what it takes for them to stay on Dot's like survival.
This is their true trial, Zelda.
Hans and Zelda, did you want to take a break as well? Or
I probably should.
Yeah.
Nothing else that
am
way
going to
people talk about Artie behind his back, so I'll be back.
I am going to go, yes, and refill water bottles. Please let me stop.
Well, when I went to change my pants, my cat ate my chicken finger, so I had a chicken tender. And she ate it. She came over here, ate my chicken tender, so that's great. My cat is terrifying. So cats have a high toxicity level to onions, which I recently found out after my cat ate an entire container of French onion dip. And I was supposed to watch her overnight, and if she started to show symptoms of, dying, I was supposed to take her to the cat emergency. She woke up the next day, ate a slice of pizza, and she was fine.
So fine. She ate a slice of pizza and she was fine.
She ate a slice of pizza. I mean, she was perfectly fine, healthy, drank a little water. My adult cat doesn't eat human food, so I don't know what to do with this kitten. Terrified. It's fine.
Yeah, no, our cat doesn't tend to eat human food unless it's hummus, and then she'll hunt you down for it. So, don't know why.
I've learned a lot about cat dangers from my kitten, things that cats can and cannot be around. She has really made me aware of all the things that can kill cats. Just about everything, by the way. Cats are really sensitive creatures. She's elite. It's fine. Ooh, look at those socks. Ooh, look who's rocking those cute thigh-high socks. She doesn't have headphones in. I can't compliment her, really.
No, but you can when she gets fully back. In a second, we'll just
Nah,
talk
it's
about
fine.
how
No, it's fine.
fab she
How,
was
like,
walking down
Stunning, how, like, fierce and fabulous and...
that fashion.
Yeah, but we'll not talk. Let's not talk about it. It's fine. No, it's fine.
Interesting
Right.
timing. Yes.
Yeah.
We're just over here.
Back in the room and feeling like we've vented a little bit of conspiracy theories.
Stop.
In fact, what is everyone's conspiracy theory? We'll go around quickly and just go, what are people's ideas right now? So, may as well start with Dot because she's screaming in Zoom chat and I love it.
Well, everyone is a bad guy. The matron has to die because the matron is directly above this commander, and I'm sure that's where the DNA was obtained from, especially with the ins and outs of her ability to get in and out of the hospital, something that Dot has been helping her with for years, her entire childhood pretty much, and everything she's known and loved and cared about, and now she's gonna have to kill the bitch.
And Dot's not stressed out about it at all. Zelda or Vestal, what are you thinking right now about all of this?
Oh God, I don't even know what to think. I do know, yes, agree with the matron part. Matron is bad, very bad. Definitely a bad, not negative, good person.
She survived quite a while considering, like, most of you saw her kill someone in the 3rd episode. And then you had tea with her.
Technically, we didn't see her.
You
kill
didn't,
her.
but what I mean is that
We
that must
did.
grate on you, the fact that you know. That
Oh, it's killer, but we had no idea.
no.
It's literally my most commonly used when I'm like explaining to new players about like not using meta knowledge in game. That's like my go-to example is like, so remember that time that Renee saw this person kill this person, but my character didn't, and it's the most stressful thing in the world? Yeah, that time.
And how about Hans? What do you think?
I don't remember that happening. Did we have somebody that we had tea with that had killed someone else? Was that a thing?
Oh, the adventures of Artie and JD.
It must have been the other Hans you're thinking about that was there for that session. Yeah.
Well, does it? You never know. JD doesn't know anymore.
I mean, they could just plug any guy in front of this camera, and as long as they spouted nonsense, no one would ever know.
And what about JD or Renee? What are you thinking right now?
Shit. That's all I got.
I love that that's all
like if I turn my thoughts to conspiracies or like what's going on,
you go down a dark little rabbit hole.
no, my mind just gets red and says disturber of the peace.
Yeah. Well, saying that, you guys are on your way back to the apartment with these screens flaring up with disturbers of the peace. JD, what are you doing as you see these flash up everywhere?
I'm looking for the disturber of the peace. It can't be me.
You will know. Only a disturber of the peace can see this.
It's like my little blue thing that said "See local protection office." I think I still impulsively do it because, like, it does not compute with her that she would be a disturber of the peace. So she's like looking around and seeing these signs, and just as she kind of settles and realizes, she just kind of starts screaming and says, "Soren, hurry!"
And you've got people pulling up beside you, and everyone's bracelets start beeping and flashing red, and they look over at you. And you whiz off on Soren towards your apartment. Now, Dot and Vestal, you two are seeing these huge screens pop up, and you see people around you looking at their bracelets and then looking to you. And they don't look happy. And you see some of them say, "Disturber of the peace."
Dot's gonna look back angrily and be like, right, because y'all have never disturbed the fucking peace before. She's gonna grab Vestal by the arm and she's gonna walk faster. It's like, I know what all of these fuckers have done. I've known every crime they've ever caused. I've saved all of their relatives' lives. If they swear to God, if they make a single move towards me, I'm gonna kill all of them. And she's gonna keep walking.
So you can march out of there. There are taxis. You know a taxi rank. As you walk up a couple of the flights, as you get on to the higher levels, you can see taxis and other things like that if you want to get in one of those.
Is there a rental bike?
Yeah, you can get some rental bikes.
One rental bike. We're gonna squeeze on and put on some helmets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they come with the helmets and everything. So you guys too, even though you get some funny looks, you race to JD's apartment. JD, you arrive at your apartment. On the window outside. Artie, you arrive at JD's apartment, but you're by the front door.
Okay. Is there an intercom button?
There is an intercom button.
I push the button.
JD, are you climbing into the apartment via the window at this point?
Yeah, I'm just leaving the window open. I open the trunk of Soren. I'm leaving Commander White on the bike. And I'm just gonna run over first thing to the kitchen and be like, "Hi, Kevin, bye, Kevin," and unplug him.
As you step into your apartment, it's been trashed. There is no Kevin.
Kevin?
Kevin is... You can't seem to see Kevin. You can see all your things have been upturned. Things are broken. And you hear a little rattle in the corner where these two sort of green eyes poke out from underneath your bed. And the rattle is coming from Bash shaking and all the metal rattling.
Bash, come here, babe. Hey.
And Bash sort of very slowly sort of pads out.
Hey, sweetie, hey, come here. Hey,
And then
come
you
here.
hear the buzzer go. You can hear someone at the door.
Oh my God, there's someone. Hey, Bash.
And he
And I'm
sort of
going
curls up around your legs.
Okay, I'm gonna pick him up in one arm, and then I'm gonna grab something.
Sorry, chat's writing over Kevin.
Of course they are. So I'm going to like grab one of the like broken mugs from the kitchen and just like take it with me in my hand and go over to the door to look out.
You can see Artie the other side of the door. Artie's in a hoodie. Artie's in a pair of jeans and a pair of trainers.
I'm gonna like fling the door open and point the mug at him and be like, "Who are you and what have you done with Artie?"
Is she outside of the door? Is this at the intercom like screen?
I think she's opened the door on you.
Yeah, I opened the door at you with a broken mug.
I didn't do anything with Artie, but there has been a lot of weird stuff, and I don't really... Wait, can you say that again?
Who... Finish this sentence.
Okay.
What would blank blank?
Okay. Am I supposed to put words where the blanks are?
Yes.
What would Dot do?
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay, Artie, come in. Come in.
Okay, this has been very, very weird, and oh, your place looks terrible.
Yeah, my place looks terrible. Come on, we're leaving.
Yeah, we should do that because that's what they said that I need to do, and there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I can tell. Come on. I'm just like dragging
Okay.
him with me.
And Dot and Vestal, you sort of tend to arrive around this sort of time. You can see JD still sort of brandishing a mug and still trying to manhandle this Artie out of the door. You see her place is trashed. Kevin seems to be gone. Mugs are smashed everywhere. Lots of the there's a couple of Wizmos in bits, which breaks my heart. But yeah.
No, not the Wizmo.
Dot's gonna like pull up the bike and she's just like, Vestal, stay here and watch that. And she points this breathing body on
Body that's over a bike.
She's gonna
Okay,
throw
I'm gonna-
herself off the bike and she's gonna run in the room. She's like, we have to go. Something about disturbing the peace. Have you seen it? Oh, hi, Artie. Which one are you? Let's talk about that later.
It's our Artie. It's fine.
Okay, cool. JD, do you have any tools with you in this apartment still?
Like
Maybe-
tools? Sure.
Tools.
I mean,
Grab
you can.
them. Grab them
Okay.
and go. Grab them. Let's go. Grab what you need. We need to leave.
I'm gonna go to my closet where like my toolkit is, and I'm guessing it's all over the place. So I'm gonna just like try and grab all the tools from the ground and throw them back in the box, shut it. Go run out to Soren and put it in the back where I was gonna put Kevin, but can't put Kevin.
There is a Wizmo in the back that has been hiding in Soren.
Hey.
And again, it looks pretty terrified.
Hey, can you come ride with me? It's gonna be scary, but it'd be better to stick together.
It sort of reaches up with these two like clamp hands and sort of reaches up and starts to climb you.
Okay. I like get it up to my shoulder and I have Bash. I'm just like clutching Bash and climb back onto the bike. And then I look at Dot. Where are we going?
Dot's gonna grab a kitchen knife from Renee's kitchen and wrap it in a washcloth and stuff it in her hoodie. The only place I can think of is around the area Crowbar's from. There's an address for Crowbar. It's not the right one. I know it. It's never the right one, but it's got to be nearby. So let's at least go there. No one's going to think to look there.
Okay.
I think that old man with the tea gave me the cold.
What?
Wait, you had the cold?
Artie!
Yeah, but I wasn't supposed to be talking right now because you said we were gonna go.
Who?
I'm sorry.
Who did you drink from? Who all did you drink from?
There was the old man, and he had the wall that had the tree on it.
Right.
And he gave me a cup of tea, and I got sick.
Is that the only thing you've ingested?
I don't know where I've been for about a long time. How long have I been gone?
Probably only about a day, 2 days. But
I
you
was gonna
don't
ask that.
remember one day. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
A day.
About that long. But they said I was cured now. And it's going to get to be a longer story, but it sounds like you want to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the address, Hans. I want you to go close to this, but not far. JD, I want you to break your comm, and I want you to follow behind me on bike.
Okay, I do what Artie did that one time and take my watch and throw it out the window.
Bin it.
Let's
bye.
go. Let's go. Come on.
What do I
Okay.
do with the address?
I put it in your
Go
comm.
there! JD's
Go
taking
close. Go close to the address, not all the way there. Walk the rest of the way. Break your comm before you come in. Let's go.
And Vestal, what are you doing? You're still out on the bike. As you see them all, are all of you piling back out onto these bikes?
Everyone but Artie. There's no room for Artie.
Yeah.
Because I made Vestal ride with Dot. I'm just like, I dragged her. I was like, actually, my dear, you are coming with me. Crazy eyes.
Artie walks back out the front door.
Artie, you can find a taxi. They are everywhere. And with the address Doc gives you, you all head to this place. And it seems to be, rather than an exact room, you realize Crowbar's not given you an exact address. She's given you a general area through fear of knowing her exact location.
Right.
But this seems to be like a squatter's place almost. Like, it doesn't seem like a well-kept apartment or anything like that. There's like a corridor of series, a balcony of a series of apartments.
Dot's gonna start testing handles, see if any of them open.
Yeah, all of them open. They all seem to open.
Well, she's gonna open the first one that opens, and she's gonna walk her happy ass in. Hello.
You sort of hear someone sort of go, what?
Hey, where does Crowbar live?
What are you doing in my house?
Where does Crowbar live?
Who's Crowbar? Like, there's this quite young guy who's just like, what is happening? Like, he looks like he's been asleep.
Useless. She's gonna turn around, walk out, shut the door, and go to the next one and open it up.
You find this apartment completely empty. It looks like maybe someone was here before, but there's like 2 beds here, a very dirty, rundown kitchen, but it's there.
Does it look like it hasn't been cleaned in a while?
Yeah.
This one, probably. Enter, everyone in. Put the body on a bed, and you and I, JD, need to talk.
Has already made it this far.
Yeah, you've all sort of arrived.
Like dragging everyone by their ears. Let's go, children. We're all.
Did I do something wrong?
No, but I have a question for you.
Okay.
What kind of technology can you deal with?
Well, a lot. I mean, if it's got electricity, I can give it a go.
Cool. So, I have something in my head.
What?
Don't worry about it. But there's a system of wires running through my head. And they, one, are a tracker to the clinic. And they, two, call to the medical bugs. My intention is to stand outside, get one or two of the medical bugs to come to me. Then I'm going to turn it off and come inside. And I want to know if there's any chance. I don't know how technology works. All I know is, can you rewire any of them? Because if we can use the medical bugs without the matron knowing, we'll have an advantage.
Okay, so here's my next question. Are you asking me to do brain surgery?
It's not technically. Yes, I am. It's kind of in my brain.
Mainly for the bugs.
The bugs need a charger.
Because Soren has something enabled in her to keep bugs away.
That's fine. They're not bugs in the sense that you think they are. They're small robotic creatures that are used to take medical tests.
Exactly those kinds of bugs.
Well, we need them if we're going to take care of. She points to the body.
Yeah, what have you done with this body? Like, have you just thrown it somewhere?
There's a bed. There's two beds.
Bed, yeah.
And you've just sort of flopped her on the woman. Yeah, just drop her there. It'll be fine.
If I am going to do the medical work that I need to do, I need those bugs. And I can't use the bugs while they're under the matron.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'll tinker. I'm gonna go get my tools and just like start kind of pulling them out and setting them out one by one, and I'm definitely taking a little while doing it because I'm thinking this through, and oh my god, like
Dot's gonna walk outside and try and get a bug or two to come to her.
Yeah, I'd say you can do that, and you're currently being bathed in like a red light from all of these screens that are basically screaming at all of you.
That's fine. Once she gets to, she'll turn off her lights and she'll take them off and she'll walk into the apartment and she'll set them both down and she'll stand next to them.
JD's gonna pick up a few of her tools and turn to Dot. She looks very, very grim. Her lips are like pressed in a very thin line, and she's holding these tools very tightly. And she says, "Okay, show me what you've got."
Dot's gonna pull back her head and she's gonna lean back like this, and there's a small box right here underneath the back of her head where all of these wires are just coming from. You don't need to actually cut anything open, but you do have to know that this is directly attached to my brain. I charge this battery with my brain.
Oh, good. I did need to know that.
It should not hurt me. You should not need to cut anything on my actual human body. But this thing is also designed to explode in the case of an emergency.
Wow, Dot, this is a very big thing. You understand this is a very big thing?
I understand. Before I die, just in case, she pulls out all of these medical files. She's got 2 copies. I have 2 copies of these medical files. They're showing how every medication, and she lays each one of them down, every medication on here has the different strands of the cold based on different DNA.
Okay.
All medicine from the hospital. This is information I have, and that's all I have. Also, the matron is probably a liar. Don't trust her for anything. And then she like lays down on the second bed, face first, and just pulls her hair back.
Okay.
Yeah, Vestal and Artie, you're seeing all of this. And Artie, you're now looking at all the screens and you're seeing this disturber of the peace. All the screens are bright red.
Do the screens indicate who the disturber of the peace is?
No, but you know if you see this, it's probably you. The other people don't seem to see it.
I was kind of thinking that might be the case. Okay.
So found this person, and then we get out, and then JD's house is not safe anymore. We're not safe. Apparently we're disturbers of the peace. Dot's insane, and now she wants to tear a thing out of her head that may or may not explode. And JD is now a brain surgeon. Is there anything else I'm missing?
I'm immune to the cold. I've been
Artie is immune to the cold.
I thought that was something you may want to hear before I get taken away for being a disturber of the peace.
Dot's got a pillow in her face, and she goes, "That's really good news. I'll have to take a strand of your DNA if I survive this."
Yeah, they did that immediately, so that makes sense.
Who did that immediately?
My mom.
I also still don't know why we're here.
I can't really understand with the pillow. But you're busy right now.
Yeah, I kind of have a situation on our hands. Don't worry though, JD. It won't explode too much on your hands. It's mostly meant to destroy just the brain.
You're all making it worse. All of you right now, all of you are making this worse.
And Bash is sort of just curling around like your legs and sort of hopped up on the bed as well. To sit
Bash is making it better. Bash is the only one who is making this better.
Now,
Kitty, I've only seen you pull one wire and it worked, so it's 100% rating that you will do this right. Yes, it's going to work. Dot is going to live? Yes, not a question, not a question. Dot will, it's gonna...
Really unclear on why we're pulling things out of Dot's head, but that sounds a lot
Artie?
safer.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Vestal, thank you for your faith in me. Bash, thank you for being alive. Here goes.
Good jump, chat.
JD, you've just been donated 2 nat 20s.
Literally, we have the best chat in the world. Yes, coming in clutch. Thank you, chat.
God.
Would you like to use them?
I would like to use one, please. This is like the most stressed I've ever been role playing, I think, in my entire life.
It's no pressure.
Do I allow it? Yes, you can use a nat 20 so you don't kill Dot.
God, Scrat is like.
It would have been a high level.
I just love that Scrat was like, just so you know, just so you know, she can take that from you.
And he's doing it in the private chat too. He's like, will Alice allow it?
He's like private chat spamming, like, oh no, Dot's gonna die. We're killing Dot tonight. Blow that brain up. Just a brain dead like Dot.
He's gonna lose his DM license at this rate.
So, JD, very nervously and with very shaky hands, with the assistance of Dot advising you as you go, and with a nat 20, you managed to do everything to rewire this to make sure these bugs are no longer traceable.
Scrat, I swear.
He already knows I know that's fine.
Okay.
My brain's still working. This is good.
Yeah.
You feel like a tingle, like as if suddenly you've got pins and needles in the back of your head, Dot, but that's about it.
I'm sure it feels this is very uncomfortable, but is my head still there?
Your head looks like it's still there, yeah.
Is everything closed up?
I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing, shut the box, and be like, okay. And the second Dot gets up, JD's just gonna like fall over.
That's a good first step. Now let's turn it on and see what happens.
There's a second step?
I mean, I have to turn it on. I have to see if the robots will respond to it and come to it and not have a bunch crawling through the windows so that I know the tracker's still off. I've only got 2 bugs now. I don't want 30 more to come in, and then she presses the back of her brain to see if it'll turn on.
Switch is on. It bings up. And some bugs. You can sense them as they come towards you.
Like the 2 or other
There's
ones?
like extra coming to you.
I don't like that. And she presses the brain off.
However, as JD looks them over, they don't seem to be used to track you or anything like that.
Okay, cool. They can come keep charging with me, that's fine. As long as they're medical records, as long as she has access. All right, now it's time to hunt and see what kind of toys Crowbar left behind for us. Any computers or...
It's mainly tools, like heavy tools. You learned that she was a scrapper. So it's more she's collected a load of random things and has a lot of things like blow torches and stuff like that. It's probably to pry things off of other things.
Well, at least she's got tons of weapons around here. That's good. Well, time to start running some medical tests. Does she have literally any screens, any monitors, anything?
Yeah, no, there's a couple of very small. Looks like she probably wasn't a big user of like screens and stuff, but 2 almost like handheld size screens.
All right, so she's gonna take both of those over, and she's gonna bring the little robots that she has over, and she's gonna put one right on top of Commander Mom. And she's gonna try and see if she can Bluetooth connect or whatever tooth connect this screen to this robot.
Yeah, no, you can do that. This is the sort of thing you usually do in the clinic.
Did you talk now?
What?
Yes, you can talk now.
Yeah, you can say words now.
Is that the lady from the video?
Yeah,
Yes.
you haven't told Artie body into this room.
Yeah, JD has literally just been laying on the floor and just like having none of it. And then at that moment, she kind of sits up and is like, yes. Yes, it is. And then she just grabs Bash and pulls him close.
Artie, what have you learned while you've been away?
Okay. So my mom is not my mom. There are a lot of people that are the same as me genetically.
Artie's.
Yeah, like minimum 50. And also I am immune to the cold, and most of them are not, or at least I am the first one that they have infected that is immune to the cold.
Did you find out anything about the cold?
Okay, wait. I'll get this. They don't know who did it. They don't know who created the cold. It is a created thing. It's gonna combine people through DNA to make some sort of super virus that will eliminate us all. That part got...
Combine DNA?
I mean...
Combine DNA from what?
No, I don't... This is as much as I understood. It was very... It was like talking to you, but talking to me, and that was very confusing. And there was a lot of smugness that really threw off. It was hard. Okay, but yeah, combine people, DNA, kill everybody. I'm immune. Somebody created it. My dad got the cure from there and gave it to Karen, JD's mom. I think it's Karen, right? And then the other Artie that helped me get out was going to die because he has the cold.
So some of you can die of the cold.
Everybody except me.
So are you saying that the Arties are all different?
Yeah. And there's probably like some nuance here that I'm not getting, but there were some ways in which Arties are different.
These are different based on DNA. The cold is from the DNA. Things are coming from the DNA. And who gave you the cold? What did you ingest? What are everything you've been ingested from literally any of the time we were not together? You ate at JD's house. You drank from a strange man.
Yeah.
That's it?
We had tea with the matron down in the clinic.
Yeah. Did we have anything at Lauren Curtis's? No. Chips?
I don't think we took anything from their house. Yeah, I had those orange chips.
Yeah.
Drank something from the... JD, did you drink anything while you were with the matron?
No, I don't like tea.
I accepted tea, but I didn't drink it.
I drank the tea.
You drank the tea from the matron.
Yeah.
The woman who is in all of our videos was underneath the matron. I talked to the matron while y'all were down there. She claimed to not know anything about anything. Your mother, JD, last remembered being behind the clinic before forgetting everything. The OTC does not know where the virus started, according to RD37, we'll say.
She was behind the clinic. I'll just point to Commander White on the bed. I told you it was not a coincidence. She's not really talking to Vestal either. Like, she's just kind of looking at the ground.
How would the matron be able to affect the medicines in the hospital, though?
Wouldn't that be pretty easy for her to do? No?
I don't...
And you guys, you're all aware of the fact that OTC runs the hospital, right? That's something I should have mentioned. That was obvious.
OTC's in charge of the hospital. Hospital's currently working on a cure.
Are they?
I mean, if they have a cure for JD's
my
mother...
dad had a cure. Yeah, but he got tackled by security and was shot because he gave her the cure.
It was a disturber of the peace. Like weird disturbers of the peace?
Are you guys disturbers of the peace too? I thought that was just me.
Well, we did kidnap a very important body. Speaking of which, have any results come back on the scanner? How is she looking health-wise?
She seems to be pretty healthy. She's just in a deep, deep sleep, almost like a coma. She's been down there for so long. But otherwise, all of her vital signs and everything seem absolutely fine.
I mean, why were they keeping her prisoner down there? Like, why keep tabs on this body? And if it registered with the whole system, then that's not just the clinic, that's the city.
What did you find out in there while you were alone?
Well, I mean...
There was the tape, and they were keeping some things alive, plants, and her.
Tape? What's a tape?
It's like a thing that
for the
plays.
walls?
No, it holds information, and we found something that reads the information, and it showed us like a movie of what came before Eden, or maybe it was right after, or
It was
during.
like the planting of Eden. It's how we got here.
It showed how Eden became Eden.
How old is this woman?
Super fucking old.
Like beginning of Eden old.
Like the first person in Eden?
One of them, I imagine.
What did that video say? You kept saying there was a longer video that she says.
Yeah, I mean, there is a longer version of the video, but the one we saw was even different. It was her talking to people, saying this is an example for what they'll tell the kids that they raise. Be good, be kind. Peace is what we strive for.
She recited the same words in that tape that they have playing on the monitors.
So this woman is ground zero. For what? All of us?
She's the face of Eden.
And she's in this room.
As you say this, you realize you're bathed in this red light still from all the screens flashing red. Dot, one of the bugs has started to beep and flash, and it's crawled up on the side of the wall. And a voice rings through it. You're a disturber of the peace. You said you'd call. I gave you my number.
No.
Promised you'd call. And that is where we will leave this week's Eden.
No. No, wait, did we all hear that or did just Dot hear that?
You all heard it.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh,
Should
no.
we just like, out of 3, I'll just go, no!
It's the dramatic.
That shitty piece of shit kid. That fucking kid. I knew we should.
See, she usually mutes herself for that part.
I killed.
Fucking child is so.
We killed Milton and we let him go.
Fuck. You're right. I forgot to mute.
Did you guys kill Nailgun again? Or were we still back on the first time where we killed Nailgun?
No, it's like we killed the wrong person and let the wrong person live.
That
That's
stupid
like the entire
kid from
story
the
of the
first
show.
interview. That shitty kid. Is that not the voice? Who is
No,
this
I think
voice
that's
of?
Adam. That's Adam, the guy who thinks you're cute.
That was Adam. I was just about to say, I was
So
like,
much better reaction.
what?
Oh, I know, I feel bad.
I feel even worse
Oh.
now. My ears are sweating. My ears are hot.
I'd like to point something out. Artie's dad got killed for trying to kill Adam.
Mhm.
Okay, so apart
Thank
from
Adam is
that,
the one spreading
Sorry,
the.
Adam.
everyone okay?
Uh,
I really
We're
need
all-
to
we're all
clip
just fine.
some of these faces. 'Cause So we're going to go round and we are going to say our favorite bit, where we're from, everything like that. So I'm just going to give a bit of a moment for Bree to breathe because I don't think she has for about 3 minutes. So we're going to go with Hans or the wonderful Artie.
Hello, hello. Yes. Okay, so my favorite bit was all the stuff that I missed because my mic was off or my sound was off. No, but honestly, it's like, you guys are just too much fun to play a game with, period. Thank you all for putting up with me being me and all the things that I have done in this game. And yeah, just so that everybody knows, when the stream goes off, Scraticus comes back on and he and Alice cackle for like 15 minutes solid while we just watch. And that is like a required part of us being on the show. They make us watch that. If you don't believe that, trust me, we'll get some video of it at some point. Yeah, so I actually do have a plug, which I am putting in chat right now. If you guys get a chance this weekend, I'm going to do some streaming to raise money for the California wildfires. Otherwise, love the game. Love you guys. Really missed it last week. Clearly, I should never miss another game again because this is what happens. See what happened when Bree missed like 2? It's like, oh, no problem. Now your mentor's evil and everything's on fire. It's great.
I'm glad you feel good about it. So, next we have the wonderful Zelda, or Vestal, as we know her.
I kind of think it's hilarious how Vestal's like, yeah, I kind of understand what's going on. And then suddenly, like, you guys start talking about things that are like, way, like, this is like before you met me. And I'm like, what do I do right now? I just sit here and like absorb information. Like,
I feel that today.
like hearing conspiracy theories and like in character talk of like things that are going on, and I'm like, all of you are kind of insane and I'm here with you, and now things want to kill me. You know what, we'll just roll with it. Can't go back now. Anyways, yeah, no, that's one of the, like, that's half my favorite part, because like half of it is me almost dying, but I mean, out of character, it's great. It's great. It's my favorite out of character thing. I'm sure it's not Vestal's favorite thing, but yeah, I am Zelda, and
Everyone is so like,
and Adam is the worst, and I love him, but he's the worst. You can find me on Twitter at @selfianami, and I post things that I do. Tuesdays I do a game, and I do this game, and sometimes I do one-shots, and I'll post there if I do them. So thank you for watching, listening.
Bree.
It's time. Okay, so for Potato Hollow, who doesn't know everything that's going on right now. Okay, so this is the dig. Okay, so Dot works for a clinic. The clinic is an underground medical facility for people who don't keep the peace. All right, we have a handful of employees who are designated to go to the hospital. They collect medicine and then they return with the medicine so we can heal the lower level people who can't go to the hospital. That is our job. Adam is one of our more recent employees to go to the hospital and work. He's kind of new. Kind of new as in new when the cold came out. So now we are just... So what this moment has made me realize is the fact that the reason why the cold is spreading is because of this piece of shit over here who works for the hospital. I still don't know if the matron is part of it, but I'm assuming she is because of the things Bree knows, not Dot. But all we know is that I know where a flamethrower is, and I'm going to melt this man. I'm going to melt him. Melt him!
The reason we made that connection is because Adam gave Dot his number and, like, asked her to call him. And so with the little taunt at the end, it's like that instant connection.
Yes, is that taunting?
Also seen Adam when Artie's dad came out of the elevator with a knife to his throat,
trying to kill him. Me thinking it's because,
he
it's
had
just
a hostage.
Right, he had a hostage. No, he didn't have a hostage. He discovered something that we didn't. He knew something that we didn't know. So that
and
means
he got killed for being a disturber of the peace.
That means Adam is target number 1.
I'm so mad at him right now. I actually
so
like
glad
him.
You guys enjoy this.
So mad at him.
I liked Adam.
I almost made myself very sick for a second. I did hyperventilate and made myself very dizzy because of my rage and freak out. I might have to throw up after this, but I'm totally A-okay. But I might have to throw up after all of this. My name is NPC Bree, 2 E's. You can find me on Twitter. I recently figured out how Instagram works, so you can maybe find me on there, but don't count on it. I stream Wednesday nights playing this game. If you miss it next week, you're gonna miss a lot of shit, including a flamethrower. Gotta breathe. Gotta remember to do that.
Please.
Passes out on your stream. Someone would have to clip that for me. Someone would have to clip if I pass out.
Yeah.
Do it
What did you do?
Do it for Twitter. Do it for Breeze, please. If I pass out, someone please clip it. You can also find me Sunday nights on the Greyhawk channel, where I play the flagship show for the channel, Return to Greyhawk, where things are stressy and exciting. You can also find me Monday mornings on the Greyhawk channel, actually at noon Central, where I play Orchard, which is also an extremely stressful game. I love to stress myself out. Every other Monday night at 9 p.m. Central, not this Monday, but next Monday, is my comedy game, where I laugh and I release my tensions and stress, where I play a character that has multi-class into every single class or is in the process of doing so. My name is NPC Bree. This game is crazy. If you're not following Scraticus right now, you're a sinner. Do it now. If you can subscribe, fucking subscribe so you don't miss when I kill Adam. This is what, Dot is a bisexual, and this is it. She's cutting off men after this. It's just done.
Artie backs away fearfully.
Artie's like, actually.
I really enjoyed at the end of last session, you were like, we really owe him a date. I owe him a date.
I keep
You
going
did that, and I was like, yeah.
He called us because he called us and was like, I don't know what to do. All the people in my job are disappearing. And we're like, get out of there. Stay safe, bro.
Potato Hollow. Adam is an employee of the clinic, almost Dot's boyfriend. Now has to die. He is now priority target number 1. Literally, the screenshot should be "kill Adam" for when we raid people. # kill Adam. Hopefully, we don't raid anyone with the name of Adam in it.
Yeah, that could be bad.
Kill Adam.
Last but not least,
Grab your
Renee.
pitchforks and kill Adam. Like, golly gee. I am so mad because I really did like Adam, even though he was super
You were
awkward.
meant to.
Well, honestly, if he talked to me, I would be so annoyed. But like JD was like, "Oh, he's sweet," and so I'm so mad. Hi, I'm Renee. This has been Eden, and I will probably have a mental breakdown after this. It's okay because I have friends to de-stress with, and oh my gosh, I cannot believe this game. I'm very glad to be a part of it. Wow, let me tell you where you can find me in other places. Maybe if I can think straight. I'm Renee Rhodes. I can be found at RayDNR on Twitter or on my website, raydn.com. And I'm now available for writing, editing, and community management inquiries. If you want to email Renee at raydn.com, I'm going to go ahead and send links in the chat. You can also find me on our fun, fluffy, family-friendly D&D podcast, which is funny. And I mean, there are some sad moments, there are some emotional moments. It can still get deep, but if you need something to brighten your day up after this, go check it out. Alice was actually a guest on the show this week, and
I was nice on that.
yes, but she actually dropped a big reveal, kind of like she did here, and it was met with about 15 seconds of solid screaming from my cast. So it was pretty epic. Definitely go check it out. I'm the DM for that. It's at Fate and the Fable Maidens. I'm not sure if I said the name. Fate FM Cast on social media, fatefmcast.com. I'm very scrambled. We're gonna get all of this together, but it's not right now. Also, I'm on Nerd Immersion on alternating Monday nights where I fought my first ancient black dragon on Monday. It was very cool. Things are happening. Things are cool. Most of the time, this was the most stressful role-playing moment I have ever had in my life. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Potato Hollow, for your help. Thank you.
Thank you for making sure my character will survive to next week. I do appreciate.
I know I don't deserve you, but thank you. And I think that's it for me.
Well, thank you guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'm White Rabbit Pick. I am DM, obviously, for Eden. I'm the DM for Argo 37, and I'm also the DM for our Eberron campaign. You can see me playing on the channel, and when I'm not doing that, I'm taking photos of weddings, everything, basically. And my cat is attacking my feet. But yes, thank you so much. I'm going to run through a last few things before we go and raid Laurelania, or Tia, as we know her. Discord, hop on our Discord. It's really awesome. It's full of awesome people, very much like the people you see here. And we talk TTRPGs, D&D, and everything and anything all day long. YouTube, this will be up in the next couple of days, so you can scream at it all over again, apparently. Apparently I've got a theme running with my DM style, I've sort of started to realise. Twitter, if you want to get into one of our viewer games, we are fully booked, but we are doing a load of Christmas games because we're going to spend some time with you guys over Christmas. So feel free to drop us messages that way. We are introducing, we will keep our D&D viewer games next season, but we're also introducing more, and we're going to introduce this wonderful system, Monty Cook Games Cypher system, into this, into viewer games, because it needs to happen. We are now full-time, so you can support us via Patreon or via our merch. Merch is super cozy. I live in it. I really should put my other one on, but it's too cozy. We have some awesome sponsors. Yes, that hoodie is yours, Scrat. Yeah, mine is in the wash, so I stole yours. We've got some awesome sponsors. We've got Bird in the Storm Publishing, who is Tool School and Bird versus Plane. Who are super awesome guys, and they do some really awesome writing and modules and etc. etc. We are working on something for stuff that is coming in the upcoming seasons, which I'm really excited for. And Mage Hand Press, they are releasing their new material tomorrow. Around the sort of same time, we'll be using their wonderful material, the alpha, in Argo 37, which is one of our viewer games where I think I've traumatized Scrat in that one actually a little bit, but he seems to be having fun, so it's all good. But yeah, it's been really awesome, guys. Take all the love over to Laurelania. We're using the cry. It's not technically brain surgery, and because that needs to happen. So thank you, guys. Keep evoking emotions, and I will see you all next Wednesday. Bye.